Okay guys, welcome back to another episode of Timberborn. Okay. That's right, we started that up, so our population should get a nice little baby boom. Yep, right there. Got 11 babies, 25 adults. Excellent. Yeah, looks like we're starting on a bunch of things today. Let's see. Nice. Nice. How to... I think I'll have to go over. I don't think I can go through. For right now, it's fine. Just keep an eye on our food and water. Make sure that we're not going overboard on that. I think I'm going to go ahead and unpause. Unpause all that. Let that fill up. Try and get over here. Put a small cap right there. Just increase this level ever so slightly. Maybe we got a drought approaching. Shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, I prioritize all of this. As soon as I get all of that done, I will allow them to build these top houses. But first, yeah, let's look at a couple things here. So I'm missing 10 scrap metal there. And I don't think I have any longer working on this. I don't. So if I set this to semi-priority, should get that scrap metal going, so I can get scrap metal going for this. On top of the fact I'm going to move those, due to the fact that this is green now, I kind of want to change what I've got going on here. What to do? Oh, that killed a large amount of that, didn't it? Replanted trees, not much. Okay, yeah. He'll fix that. He'll get the proper trees growing again. Hadn't realized those had died. We're getting there. Okay, let's get someone in there. And do I have anyone in this place? No. Have I set anything up here to be... I have not. Yes. Let's set up this to be logged. Don't think I'll get to all of this, but it'll be something to start with. Mostly because I until I get stairs up to that, I can't really get to it. But with this built, I don't particularly need these anymore, so I'm just going to short these. So I don't really need those because I have this built, so that means water will stay flooded into here, which is exactly what I want. Yeah. Drought started, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get all of this cleared out. Then I will also set all of this to high priority. So hopefully they get in here and pull this out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the way over here and I'm going to start building this ever so slightly differently. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this here and allow it to flow that direction, and then I'll have this side where I'll allow it to fill up with water. And then I'll have it where it fills that up, which floods into here, which will then come over to here, then flood out of this pocket right here. Okay, I think I somehow missed 2 of them? Or 1 of them. Not sure how. Okay. High priority that. And then here. Just gotta get this one picked up so I can set that down. I don't need those 2 pulled up, so I really don't need to have that done. Come on, I just want y'all to come over here, cut that tree down. Awesome, appreciate you. Nice, which then should put these in range, and then I can put, as that happens, I'll add more and more, which is currently happening right now. How long is it going to take you to build that? Yep, and last one. Appreciate you guys. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll do stairs coming down. And I will do levees. So I plan on doing this here. Like that. Honestly, I can do maybe a fair bit more on that. Go back to levies, go 1 more. Yeah, that's a little better. Yep. A little too far on that one side. One more further. Just like that. Excellent, excellent. Then if I go for pathways over here, yeah, pathways over here, and then levees. 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, excellent. I just need to. Oh, that was wrong. I want to actually start building those. Okay, here we go. I want the levees. Here it is. Somehow missed that, which is okay. Okay, so that will block all water coming out this way. Any water coming from this will then go outward, because that's just where I want the bad tide to go. I don't want it to go any further than that. I'm going to destroy this one. Replace it with a... That makes sense. A levee. Set that to a high priority. Oh, okay, well that was great. Where did you come from? Did you just came from over here? Well, I didn't expect them to do that. Okay, and we're across. Which, with me doing this, is not necessarily... isn't necessary anymore. But it's okay. Just connect that, if I could. I'll have to put... Yeah, I'll put some right there. But, okay, awesome. So that's ended. Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy this here. Destroy this here. There we go. Just so... Can we... There we go. If I hit yes on it, it'd be great. There we go. Okay. What the? Sure. I'm gonna put some stairs right there, just so they can build it from both sides. Say, why are you flowing from that side? You shouldn't be. Okay. So that's looking like something. So this should, as soon as I get this done, which I actually think I'm going to set this as a main priority. Just like that. Yeah. I know, guys. This will get much more greener once I get this dam put in, and that dam put in. Because then it'll just be a matter of it overflowing here, and then flowing outwards that way. Which I could probably... I'd probably delete these and put actual dams in place, like this. But yeah. I wonder if I pushed all the water this way, if this would, how much of this area would flood. Can it all come out of this area, or? Because that's a kind of a small waterway. It could cause this to flood just because there's more water coming out of here than there is in. Oh, there's more water coming in than out. So that's something to be concerned about. Probably what I'll do is I'll desynchronize this one and raise it. desynchronize that one and raise it. So that way it's only the 2 going. So 2 going in, 2 going out, which, yeah, that'll pump a little bit more water that direction. Might have to think about putting a flood gate in here, just in case that I need to. I can reduce the water level here. Let me think about that real quick. We'll put 3s. Could put it like that. No, not that. There. Here we go. Here we go. Then what I'll do is this, and from there I will do a singular floodgate. Singular, but 2 floodgates. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna have to go, and I'm gonna have to make these a little bigger, because if I'm thinking about it, not necessarily going to get to the very top of this. To go lower. So if I do a floodgate, I need to do probably a tier 3, or a triple floodgate, just to make sure that I have enough space that I could go down if I wanted to. Then I would need to increase the fact of, yeah, all of that being priorities. So far, though, it looks okay, and I have that as a just-in-case situation. Yeah, just a case situation. Well, that's actually not a terrible idea. So if I do stairways, that's right, it's stairways. I do stairways, and I go stairways here. Oh, one too many. If I go up like that, then I put this here, that here, and I go over. And then I go bridges. I have a 4. Do I have enough to buy a 5 right now? I have 1K. Yeah, I have enough to buy a 5. So I would be able to put the 5 here. And I think a 4? Yeah, a 4 would work. Issue being is that I don't think it would connect to the side here. So what if I did this, but I had to do that with a 3? Yeah, do that with a 3, and then I can connect that. So then it connects here to here to here. And just like that, I am connected. It's not great, we'll give you that, but it is a connection, which means I can start sending some beavers over here eventually. Yeah. Oh, that's a thought. So really quickly while this is going on, I'll just have this open while I'm getting all these dams built, because I don't want them to accidentally build and for this to start all backing up because of that. Although, to be fair, this is fairly convoluted, I think. Trying to split up a river while also making it where this backs up. And again, it might actually go all the way to the top. Okay, so that's one level up. And that is, I think, one level down. So yeah, I think this will fill up most of this area right here. Actually, I'll fill this up. So yeah, no, I think that'll fill all that up. That's funny. Because it's on the same level as the trees, same level as the trees, goes across. Yeah, that should be a max build. What are my beaver population looking at? Where are you at? They're right there. I've only got... Oh, and I have a singular worker. Okay. Oh, you... Okay, 5 workers then. Sure, okay. Migrate population. 29 and 5. So I have 29 full adults, 5 babies, which is a total of 34, which is the max amount of beavers I can have. My food and water has not changed, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unpause these 4, which will double my population. Now that I'm thinking about that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and pause those, and I had a priority on 2 of them. And then my priorities over here, I'll switch that down ever so slightly just to let them build that first and get some more beavers. Because obviously, the more beavers I have, the more jobs I'm able to do, which means that these guys won't. Oh, hey, look at that! No one's currently working in it, and I am already discussing moving it. But it's built. We have metal. Someone up there working? Yeah, someone's up there working. Okay, metal. What do I do with metal? Sluices. Sluices. 400, and I definitely have enough for that. Okay. So, over here, we're going to start building this here. So, it'll go across like this. And, is there someone working here? There is. And I have all of that. Yeah, all of that is. So, really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and then the rest of that's how I was going to get it. Although I think everything here is dead. I just don't like looking at stumps. So, nope, I'll keep you. Yeah, get rid of all that. This and all of that. Yeah, so it should come up here. Just get rid of that little thing right there. So it should come up here, and I should start to build this. And what this is going to be is, so this is going to close above contamination of 5%. I don't care about that. We're actually going to decrease that to 1%. So as soon as the contamination becomes 1% of what's in here, it will immediately close this off. And when it closes this off, it's going to stop the water from flowing here, which I will then... Can I put a path across this? Okay, I can. Didn't used to be able to do that, but I can put a path across this, and I can have that pulled up. In all honesty, I think I'm also going to... No, because that would pull the builders away. I really need this one to build, or to cut these 3s down. That's really what I need. Yeah. Okay. So let me think about this real quick. I need to remove that one. Of course, it can't be gotten to yet, so I'm not really concerned about that. Because what I'm going to do is, when this is done, I'm going to build up a dam here, probably to this level. So I'll bump something like that, and I'm going to go across. So this will check for contamination. As soon as it detects contaminations, it'll close these off, which will push it up, which will push it over this and off the map. Yeah. So that'll push that off the map, which means that we will no longer have bad water tides coming through any of our stuff. Which then leaves me to question why exactly I'm doing this. I don't... Because if I do that, I don't particularly need to do this. You know? I could just leave it. There's a thought. I could just leave that and not really worry about it. Because of course, while this is a little far away, wonder how far. Do I have any metal blocks? Oh, no, that's planks. I have 13 metal blocks, and I think each of these costs 5? Yeah, 5. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to destroy this, even though I just started on it, because if I get that put in, I really don't need these. And destroy that. Not sure if we'll really get to that or not. And then here, here, and that. Yeah, and I'll just clear the rubble up just to get rid of it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so we get this pulled up, we start getting this built. Which honestly would be cheaper on wood and everything else, but this is something I am wanting to get built. Yeah. That is something I want to get built. Yeah, I didn't think they'd get this built anytime soon, mostly just because. Hopefully that doesn't cause this to flood with what all I'm doing here. It should maintain this water level it's like as it is now. But you never know. You never know. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Another day. Another day, another tree gone on our road to our dam. One of our dams. Another drought approaching, which is okay. We have more than enough water and food. Really quickly look at that. Yeah, that's good. Why we don't have any carrots here? Are we eating them? I don't understand. Except good carrots. Yeah, you're connected and everything. Could it be that it's not connected, or it's they're just eating it faster than 12k basic needs? Yeah, hungered. Yeah, it looks like we're starting to eat them faster than we're putting them in there, which is of course understandable. I kind of expected that to happen. Oh, I unpaused that, didn't I? Has that been getting built? Kind of. It's been kind of getting built. Yeah. Got some gears built too, which I do believe I'm going to need for the bad water pump. Yeah, bad water pump. We'll need 10 gears and some metal, which I will put. Oh, sorry, I'll put here. I'll put at least. I had it set so I could do at least 4. So I might Might do 4 here. Again, that's going to be a lot of bad water. So, really waiting for a lot of these babies to start growing up. Yeah, because we see there, we've got 2 more homes built, so I have 35 beavers, 35 adult beavers. So we have 45 beds, 9 open beds. So I have 9 more beds that I could put in. It looks like we're hitting that area where our population is starting to consume more food than we're growing. Which isn't exactly a good thing. So we really want to start increasing our production on our food past this as we have it. So thinking about what I can do here. If I can do something here. By dynamite, I could definitely dynamite this down. But of course, dynamiting bad water. Could get over there and just start planting things. Let's unpause this and get some people into that. And that one as well. Set you a high priority, set you to a high priority. Yeah, you're all gonna have to be regrown, which is okay. This thing doesn't really reach very far. So like it hits this small portion right here. You would think it would hit much further than that, but it doesn't. For some reason it also says it could hit this area here. Yeah. 6-day drought. That's not bad, it could be worse. I could put more farms over here. Especially if I get this area cleared out. What is this? Is this loggers? Yeah, it's lumberjacks. So I'm going to unpause that. And pause that one. So I want him to go do something else. I want them to start cutting all this down. Which, did I set that up? I did set that up. Okay. Get all this marked to be cut down. I want all that cut down. Awesome. Replanted trees not marked. Yeah, these guys aren't exactly going to grow if they don't have the water they need to grow. Okay, they've got the spatter dock starting, which will be good because that'll start another food source that I don't particularly have any space for quite yet. You go to storage, warehouses, just a small one. I also want to turn this to sunflowers. I would like to get some of this detonated, so let's look at that real quick. Okay, water, bad water pump, 250. I have enough for that. It will not reach the bottom. Gotcha. Oh, it's also because of the drought, I bet. I bet you it's because, yeah. Well, let me see here. If I did this and I started going this way, and then I put in not a levee, maybe a floodgate. Floodgates, double flood. Could put a triple in. Put a triple floodgate in, which I think puts it above what my walls are, so I could theoretically accidentally overflow that. So yeah, we're gonna reduce just to never have to never to almost accidentally overflow this. Let's do this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to this. We're gonna go to bridges, and I'm gonna go for a 5, and we're gonna see how far that gets us. So it gives us just the right height. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to 4, and I'm gonna go for a 4 across there too. And connect that. I hope that if they build this, they can go and build this down, because they should be able to build down indefinitely. But I don't know about that one for 100%. And then also, just in case I'm not paying attention when they build it, I'll go ahead and lower that to 0. How are we looking over here, guys? Pretty good, if I do say so myself. And over here, excellent. They've got that cleaned up. Pathway. Set this to a high priority. It's oh, that's right. They're gonna have to build this first. Makes sense. Okay. So let's go look at this. We are literally 1 away from this being completed. There's 4 more logs, and this will be done. Well, it should be done. We're going to go 2.6, I think. Yeah. And I somehow set that to not. Right. So technically these aren't connected, so I have to do them individually. Which, and I understand they're not technically connected, but they're literally right next to each other. Yep. And it's just beaver coming and hammering. That's right. Who's my savior? Yeti. Or Yetu. Starving and dehydrated. Go get some food and water, my guy. I don't know what else to tell you there. Oh, he didn't build it either. Maybe this one. Nope, building that. I want that to be your priority. Don't go build that. Someone come over and build this. Jesus Christ. Awesome. Oh, that's right. They can't get to that. I was about to say, did they get to this one up here? But they can't. But they are getting that built. And there's a singular sluice. Okay. It's looking good. I like how this is looking. Okay, and they got that built, and now they're building this, and it's not exactly what they want them to prioritize. I want them to prioritize this. So what I'll do is I'll end up, I'll destroy this, and I will put in a ladder, get all the way up here, which will then once I get that pulled up, once I get this, actually, you know what, I'm gonna let them do this. Cycle 19 begins. But that is built, so technically I don't... Okay, yeah, so this is what it's going to be. I'm going to leave this here up until the point that I get this built. As soon as this is built, I will start destroying this, which will allow water to flow through here. Which, yeah, that'll allow water to flow through there. Got my water pumpers going. Everyone's very thirsty, apparently. Hopefully I can start getting that water back up. And then once that becomes a thing, I can technically destroy these as well, because I won't need them anymore to push my bad water this direction. But I will keep these still. And this one over here, because obviously that allows this water to be much higher. Which is really good. Okay, so they got everything rebuilt here now, which is really good. And my farm over here is doing really well. Don't want any of this to regrow, so we're going to go ahead and just yeah, go through there and just fill all that up. And then destroy it. Excellent. There we go. Then I think what I'm going to do as soon as all this gets done, I'm going to start planting food over here as well. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably plant food all right here. Let's see. Yeah, we're going back up in water, which is really good. Maple syrup. Okay, that's what that is. That's from this one. Why is it showing the maple syrup, not the pine? Oh, because the pine resin is stored as a solid, not as a... Yeah, okay. That's right here, yeah. That's right. The heck is that? Logs? That's a weird location to have a pile of logs. I wonder how long that's been there. A while, maybe? Okay, well, they're getting there. That's for sure. Yeah, got that built, and then what I'm thinking of is this over here. Yeah, I haven't built that yet, because obviously I have them doing other things first. Which is okay. Everyone's hungry, everyone's thirsty, but no one wants to go get anything to drink or eat. I don't know why. Seems like something one would want to do, but apparently not. I do like those bridges. Oh, I do have that closed slightly. I shouldn't have, but I have it closed, which is okay. It just means that instead of the water going out, it just pulls up in there, which just means that it'll just keep that area better watered. And as soon as I destroy all this, this should all be this level. Just, yeah, the level of the trees. Well, if I hadn't realized that yet, I've realized it now. So this water level is on this height. We then go down to this height, all the way across. So this is going to flood everything here. That's not good. That's not good at all. So I'm gonna have to work on that. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, all like that. Which also means that it's going to flood this area here. Which means my bridge is going to be underwater. That's sad. Okay, that I need to destroy. I think I could. Hello? How many times do I gotta click? Yeah, I can just destroy that. Okay, without destroying any of this. And then what I'll do there is I'll have to place levees. And I will, wherever I pulled this up, I'll do a little row of levees all the way across. And that way when the water overflows, it doesn't overflow into my area. Love this idea of filling this up. Didn't consider the fact that this goes down one. So that's the only major concern. And as I'm sitting here realizing this, I'm also realizing that I need to build a dam here if I'm going to keep any amount of water inside this. Well, let me see what kind of bridges I have of the suspension kind. I think, yeah, that's going to be fine. Okay, so I'm going to go right there and build here. Then we're going to go all the way to here. And I think what I'll do is I'm just going to put a basic levee system here. One more level up, yeah. Because I'm not gonna need this currently. Maybe in the future. You know, but the further I put it back here... Actually, yeah, I think if I do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna definitely do it further back. As far back as I possibly can, I think. So that would be here. Just to hold more water. Yeah, just to hold more water, I'm gonna go further back and have it go there. Yeah, and that'll probably be taller than I need it to be, but that's fine. Nothing to do, huh? And you got pulled. Excellent. So what I'll do here is I'll click this. I'm gonna get rid of the walkway here. And then I will put in levees. And a pathway to go all the way across. Because then I will also pull up that. Probably don't need to do this. I think I can go and build the second layer too and then put the pathway, but I don't know if they'll pull that from above because they haven't over here. And I don't know if that's because it's so lower than them or what. I think it's because they have to really touch the trees to be able to cut them. That's going to be on the same level. And that's not on the level they are on. Okay. Guess what I'm going to do for now is pause this. And I will set that to high priority. Because as soon as that goes in, theoretically I don't need this third layer. I could just do it as the one. But this works for me quite well. So I'm just going to do a third just in case. Just in case it builds up more and it just gives it a greater overflow range. Awesome. And that's getting cut down. We're now getting the sluices put in, or the sluices are put in, and the levees are going to get put in next. I think we're going to sit here and watch this for a second. Well, I guess we're going to figure out whether or not this will work in its current configuration or if it needs the third level. Okay, so if one of them comes, pulls this up, I can start on the third level, but it's definitely not going to get done within the 1.5 days they have left. Okay, and you just get that. And some levies. High prioritize these. Have this pulled. Honestly, I don't really need to have that pulled. I can just do a path across. But it'll be a nice little test to make sure that this system works. There isn't any other bad ties I'm worried about. Yeah, there's no... This water source is still the main water source over there. There is this water source, which comes out here, but it's already bad tided up, and there's nothing I'm really worried about for that. Six days left. 6 days left, and we figure out if this is going to work out. I see they're building the far one and not the top one. I really don't want them building like that. But it seems like they're going to do that no matter what. Yeah, that's not what I wanted you guys to do. And what's going to happen is they're going to build one of these, and the next one's going to build after, and it's going to get stuck there. Hopefully this works. Just in case. Okay, yep, nope. Raise that up. Lower that. Okay. So that really didn't work. What the hell? Well, that's weird. It's worked. I wonder why it did that. Is it just because it wasn't flowing out fast enough, or is there like only certain parts now of the map that allows it to flood out? Jesus Christ. And I got a bunch of my water contaminated. Which really isn't good. So this idea might not actually work. Don't know why it wouldn't. It should just flood out right here. What if I desynchronize you, close you? Okay, then if I desynchronize you, close you, desynchronize you, close you, desynchronize. So they may have updated the game to where instead of it being anywhere water can flow out, it will just flow out in certain spots. So like here, over here. Glad I didn't overflow that. Just gonna open this up, let all this water flow out. I don't need it anyway right now because of how contaminated it is. So we might be going back to blocking this side off. this guy before he gets over there to start cutting this down. I seem to have a lot of issues with this bad water. Every time I try to do something, it just overflows. And I will just go and boop. Okay, so this is now working. So let me just close this. Yeah, so just going overboard. Well, guys, I think that's a good place to stop this episode. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.